Hi, we are from Group H and we are going to present results and questions from the lab assignments. I am Eva and I'm going to present about results of test images of pseudophyllus and plants with background using the Google Teachable Learnings. Focusing on the results, we can see that pseudophyllus compared to plants with background accuracy are higher in percentage with 30.56%. Meanwhile, the plants have the better number in percentage of partially accurate than pseudophyllus, which is 55.56%. But inaccuracy of pseudophyllus when tested are slightly higher than the plant's test images with 5.55% difference. Results shown in the bar graph prove that the power of machine learning to recognize and differentiate pseudophyllus and plants along with the background. Google Teachable Learning also excellent in comparing the key characteristics of pseudophyllus even with a background. The confusion matrix table also showed that machine learning could perfectly distinguish pseudophyllus and misclassify are seen less. Nevertheless, we believe that if proper images with high quality pixel or pictures are taken from expensive camera will give a better result.
Assalamualaikum, I am Farhan and I will continue to present the result of test image of pseudophyllus and plants without the background by using the Google Teachable Machine Learning. So based on the results, we can see that plants compared to pseudophyllus without background accuracy are higher in percentage with 38.89%. Meanwhile, the pseudophyllus have the better number in percentage of partially accurate plants, which is 41.67%. But inaccuracy of pseudophyllus when tested are much higher than the plant test image with 50% compared to the 28.78%. Based on the second result, the accuracy is lesser than background, but when we are tested without background, we see some consistency of Google Teachable Machine in this distinguishing partially accurate and accurate number in percentage of pseudophyllus. Mind you, the result of partially accurate are mostly 90%, which show that GTM are better distinguishing the pseudophyllus. The confusion matrix of pseudophyllus are better as it does not give result for other rooms in the table. We can say that the GTM gave a fine result for the test image of plants without background, while the result for the test image of pseudophyllus without background say otherwise and has a poor result. This may be due to some error that happened during the test. Therefore, the hypothesis was not accepted as the results say otherwise for this experiment.
Good morning everyone, my name is Ning Cheng. So now I will be explaining on how and why the machine failed to spot the difference for the pictures. There are several reasons to support our finding. The first reason is that the number of images that were added in the classes to teach the machine is not enough. For example, we may need to include different instances of pseudophyllus, like staying on the leaf, jumping from one to another leaf, and the pictures that is staying at the tree trunk. And we may also include pictures that capture pseudophyllus at different angles. This will help to increase the likelihood for the machine to detect it, which will later enhance our overall accuracy for the detection. Next, the object in the image is not clear enough to show the insect, which is pseudophyllus. This might lead to the wrong object to be recognized. The object of the interest, which is our pseudophyllus now, may blend into the background, making the machine hard to identify. Also, for the second trial, the background was not well removed. Okay, the accuracy of the pseudophyllus to be recognized will also be reduced because the background is not fully removed. Because this will lead to the machine de-identify the object, which is pseudophyllus. That's why the result will be inaccurate. And also, the picture that we use to teach the machine might not be efficient enough for the machine to learn the object that we are intended to identify. This is because of the cryptic coloration of pseudophyllus species with the background vegetation made the machine unable to identify it.
Hi, I'm Norhazimah. I will present on would humans have a better or worse result in trying to discriminate the image. Based on the result obtained, we can see humans do better when attempting to differentiate between the image. This is because humans have the ability to use logic and intellectual. Differentiate the image based on the morphological of the object. Meanwhile, machine solely depends on the pixel collected from the image for access to differences. Next, humans have a better visual capability than machines. We can distinguish between the background and the object even though the both color is same. Besides, the deep learning study is one of the factors that humans have a better in discriminate the image. Naturally, humans can learn and memorize their surrounding like colors, patterns, and shape of certain objects and store it deep in the brain until they came across to the image again. Lastly, invariant object recognition. Humans instantly and precisely identify objects in a variety of variations, whereas machines have a difficulty recognizing the 3D image from single 2D image. Overall, the machine learning in lab experiment to study the animal-plant interaction is a good approach for the student. We learn the morphology of the plant and animal, we are able to distinguish it by just looking at it. In conclusion, the experiment is to achieve its objective and we conclude that humans have a better in identifying the image. I think that's all from us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.